Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. In this video, I am going to be looking at the supply drops, and of course on Genesis 2 there are a total of 8 types of different colored supply drops, so I will summon a total of 40 of each, after which I will then loot them and then put all the loot in their boxes behind me. There are a total of 8 vaults, and whilst I do the summoning of each individual supply drop, I will also showcase the admin command for each individual supply drop for those that are of course interested. The idea behind this video is that I want to have a look at what the difference between each individual supply drop color is and which one is best to farm. I think all of them are amazing in comparison to all of the other supply drops in the game. So you can see right here that we have the little tags here to showcase what will summon. And I did call it Aqua despite the fact that it is also known as Cyan. So I'm going to drop all of my loot here. So all my things in my inventory, we're going to get rid of it just to make sure that I start out with a fresh inventory. And we will start with the very first supply drop in a couple of seconds. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright folks, so here we are with the very first of the supply drops. This is the white one. So I'm going to spawn in a total of 40 of these. I'm going to do them in batches of 20 just to kind of show you, and I'll also show you what that amount actually looks like. It's just because I don't know how to space them out. So here we have the first batch of 20. I'm going to loot all of these. That is pretty cool. I do like that. And then I'll put them all in the vault and we'll do another batch and then move on to the next supply drop. That is pretty bright, but it looks like a lot of supply drops. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Alright, let's get to work. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, here we are with the green supply drops. This one is associated with the crystal biome in the space section of the map. So that is the ring between the two other rings. So that didn't make much sense, but you know what I mean. So let's get to it. And this is what 20 of these looks like. I will then summon another 20 of them, and of course I will then take out all the loot and put it in its associated vault. As you can see, some stuff can be quite heavy, so it might take a couple of trips. And here we are with the third supply drop. This one will be the blue one, and I will have the admin command for each of these supply drops in a text somewhere on the screen. I will see where I think it's best to put them, but this one is associated with the sulfur biome in the space section of the map. So let's start spawning 40 of these and see if I can space them out. Alright folks, so I've done a little different this time around. I've spawned in straight out 40 of them. This is what it looks like. I figured a way to try and squeeze them together. Okay, on to the next supply drop, and this one will be the pink one. Again, I will have the admin command for this particular drop in the, well, I was going to say below, but somewhere around the screen. I'll generally try and keep the same pattern. So let's go with this code right there so you guys can see me use it. Okay. And this is what a total of 40 of these things looks like. I've actually managed to squeeze them even tighter. So I'll play around with that just to see how many of them I can squeeze, basically. Okay, on to the next one, finally. And this is the yellow supply drop. And it is associated with the obsidian biome on the space section of this DLC, space map section of the map of this DLC. My English is a bit broken. This has been taking quite a while, to be honest with you. Okay, so here we have a total of 40 of these, really tightly squeezed together because you can't even see the drops themselves. So it's just one giant beam of light. And we are on to the red supply drop. This time around, this one is associated with the oil biome, if you want to call it that, in the space section of this DLC, this map's DLC. So we're going to summon these out, and again, I will do 40 of them. And here we are. This is what 40 red drops tightly squeezed together, as you can see. It looks like you can tell that there are supply drops from a close, but from a distance they, oh no, actually it's worse when you're closer to them. And we are with the Aqua stroke Cyan supply drop. I think both are viable names, so I just probably will put that in the description below or in the text below. Anyways, this is the admin summon command for this. So let's get 40 of these out. And this is what 40 of them looks like, which is pretty cool. I like this color. Genuinely like this color. That is pretty neat. Okay, so it's time to go and loot some stuff. And finally, we are on the last color of supply drop, and that would be the orange. And this one is normally associated with the black pearls part of the space biome. So let's summon one out. There we go. Yep, the code works perfectly. And this is what it looks like when you summon 40 of these really tightly together. That's pretty neat. Okay, so I've looted everything. This has taken about 2-3 hours to do. Let's have a look at this. We are on the white supply drop, and I'm going to scroll through the vault. Basically, everything that you see in here will have been obtained from the white supply drop. There's a lot of saddles, which I like, and even better than that, we've got lots of the fertilizer, which is really useful, to be honest. Definitely going to come in handy, that. So what else we got? We got some nice weapons as well to look at. A lot of base items that you can place down. We got some good quality weapons and saddles. We get the Astro Delpha saddle in here as well. Some nice blueprints to play around with. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, even including the tech base pieces. That is pretty neat. And even if you don't want to use them, you can just put them in an industrial grinder and grind them out for the resources. There's a Ascendant saddle there, which is really useful. Let's have a look further down. Nice blueprint right there. Another nice blueprint right there. Well, so this is what you can expect to get from the... Well, I mean, you can get probably other things that aren't in here, but also bear in mind that there will be perishables that may have perished depending on how long the spoil timer is. So it's not exact, but this gives me an idea of what to look forward to. We've got some more stuff right here, and black pearl, that's good oil, like that. Good source of oil. We also get some cementing paste from this. I don't see that much cementing paste at this point in time. We've got a nice saddle right there that you just saw, which was amazing. Got some gems. Another, like, I mean, the tech structures are pretty darn cool. Get some obsidian, which is a good resource. Right, so what else have we got here? I mean, it's kind of all over the place, but everything here is pretty decent. We've got these right there, the behemoth gateways, which cost a ton of resources to craft, so that's good. We get crystal from here, which is not bad at all. I mean, I've noticed that the supply drops tend to be quite plentiful when it comes to crystal. More gems. We got some saddles. We've got this right here, which is a tech sensor. And of course, as you saw there, some perishables as well. So that's what I meant, you know, bear in mind that this took quite a while to do, so some of the perishables might have perished, so to speak. So, oh, there we go. Chem bench right there. That's going to be very useful. Definitely want to be farming this. Here we have the cooked mutton, which is good. We've got tech ladder, fabricator. I mean, genuinely, you want to be farming these. And so we are now on the blue supply drop. And I think, from what I'm seeing right now, this is one of the better ones in terms of what it drops. We got some tech swords, some more weapons and blueprints, cementing paste, aircon. There we go, incubator right there. That is beautiful. Oh, there you go. Talk about the devil. Industrial grinder, whatever you don't want, just chuck it in there, turn it on, grind it into its base resource. Another chem bench. this is pretty neat. This is really, really good. And of course, a tech rifle right there. So I think blue is one of the ones that has the more interesting stuff. I mean, everything so far that I've seen is definitely useful in these supply drops. Here we have some of the tech claws, tech turret, which is nice. Again, more obsidian clay. We've got some dinosaur gateways and stuff, some building pieces. I mean, pretty decent stuff. That is pretty nice. A parasaur saddle, which is going to be useful. Got some oil and crystal, some platforms, even a transmitter. This is neat. I like it. Alright, further down, what do we got? What do we got? Actually stands out. Lots of mutton. We also have a canteen right there, so a tech canteen, which will come in quite handy. Okay, I'm just trying to be careful here as to what I'm looking at. Trying to give you guys enough time to kind of look at stuff. We got some chainsaws. This will come in handy. This will actually help with the black pearl farming on the Rockwell Garden side. So yeah, decent drop. I'm quite happy with this. Let's move on to the next one, which will then be the yellow. So this was pink, and we are now on the yellow. And let's see what we have here. We have quite a few platforms that we can use. These things will be heavy, by the way. What else? So we've got the tech phase pistols that you can get from this. Trying to go. Okay, we've got some tech turrets I can see. We've got some good mastercraft items over there to use. I mean, they'll be kind of useless, but that is a turret right there. We've got loads of crystal and metal, so good for that. We've got some rocket launchers, a nice ascendant pick right there, another chem bench, and a blueprint for a tech phase pistol, also an incubator. Brilliant. This is actually not a bad drop. Quite a few tech turrets, so yellow's quite good. Lots of oil. So what else do we have? I mean, I'm sure I've missed out quite a few things, but there's definitely loads of goodies that can come out of this. So actually, yellow isn't half bad as well. If you have the tech anagrams. Next one will be the red. So we're going to move on to the red loot drop. So we have more base placeables. We also have the cryo fridge, which is going to be really useful. So that means you don't have to craft it. A lot of ballistas and turrets that we can get from this. From what I can see, we've got a vault lower below. We have a dead-on saddle, which is really nice. I do like dead-ons. Vault right there. Aircon. And blueprint for a Phiomia saddle. That is so brilliant. Still worth picking it up, you know. Why not have a good saddle on your Phiomia? I mean, it's there to grab. Let's see what else attract our attention. I mean, there's quite a few things here that you can go for, but yeah. I'm seeing a lot of a lot of resources here, and I can see a lot of weapons and armors, mostly ghillie, which is kind of nice because I guess we can just start throwing away ghillie. We got a tech transmitter right there, which was something that stands out here. We also have a nice saddle there as well. So next one will be the aqua or the cyan color, whichever way you want to call it. It doesn't really make a difference. And let's have a look. So again, more base placeable items. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice blueprint right there. Again, we have some tech turrets. We get some element shards, cementing paste, some platforms, a cannon. That's going to be useful. That actually costs quite a decent amount of resources to craft, so definitely worth grabbing it. We got some tech beds. Alright, what else? Yeah, it's not really that bad, you know. So we have this right here, which is a good saddle. So, I mean, you probably can get better than that. But these are just like for orientation purposes. We have some blood packs. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier about perishables. There might have been more of them there. But, yeah. I mean, cementing paste is definitely a reason to go and loot these if nothing else. It does help with gathering all that wonderful cementing paste. Next up, we are on the final vault, which is, of course, the orange loot drop. We've got some more medical brews. That's going to be helpful. I mean, you don't get a lot, but still something's better than nothing. Another one of these egg incubators, which is brilliant. And what else that stands out? We've got some dinosaur gateways. Again, they cost a lot of resources, so it spares you that. A lot of crystal and the silicate, which is really good. Got some oil, obsidian. We've got a Mastercraft Tapahara saddle, which is nice. Cryo fridge, like that. Nice tech Jenny. Anything else? Yeah, well, that's kind of pretty much it. This is what we got out of 40 of the supply drops. So, yeah, not bad at all. Personally speaking, I think this is freaking amazing. I absolutely love the supply drops. They are brilliant, and it is my new favorite way of farming stuff. You don't know what you're gonna get, but the stuff that you get most often is actually quite useful. So I like the idea. It is definitely game changing because it changes out how you farm things, and the fact that you can get a industrial grinder, that you can get tech pieces in it, I think that's well nice. It does actually give people that don't have access to the ability to craft tech bases to actually get them, which I think is nice. It's definitely quite useful. I'm not so sure about being able to use the tech items such as rifles and things that if you don't have the enneagram unlocked, but it's there if you do ever unlock it, and if not, you just grind it into its core resources, and that'll be a good source of black pearls and of course everything else that you will need. So I like this. I'm happy that this is in the game. Definitely a game changer. If you found this video useful and informative, please don't forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on the channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description. And until next time, stay safe, folks.